extending the love of God.
Reviving the community at Holy Hill Chapel, TN.org.
Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSradio.com.
Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. They remind you the 23rd Annual Earth Day celebration is coming up Saturday, April 20th, 10 a.m. until 2. That's a week from this Saturday. It's on the Murfreesboro Square. They're the primary sponsor and organizer of the event, which will have lots of free stuff, lots of games and activities for the kids, and free food. Hot dogs, popcorn, those grilled cheese from the griddle truck. Can't miss this. It's April 20th on the Square, rcearthday.com online. Interesting conversation this morning. Brandy Mosby is here. Abby Merriman is here, and we're going to talk to you homeschool parents out there, some resources that could be available to you. First of all, good morning. Good to have you.
Good morning. Thank you.
So kind of kick us off here, Abby, talking about what it is that you do here.
Okay, so Legacy is the first homeschool resource center here in Middle Tennessee. Essentially, what is happening right now with homeschool is we have 7,000 homeschoolers right here in Rutherford County.
Wow.
But we're all spread out. So we have a tutorial over here. We have a co-op over here. There's nothing really there to unify us and bring us together. So this will be the first brick and mortar where we come together, where we have classes with tutors, we have workshops, we have a used curriculum bookstore. We're going to have a coffee shop, just a place for encouragement, for support, and empowering the parents to really take back their their children's education.
Sure. Wow, that's homeschooling has come a long way, I guess, hasn't it?
Yes, we always joke that, a few years ago, people thought that homeschoolers just sat in their backyard and talked to goats. And, mind you, we have goats, but, most aren't like that anymore. So
there's nothing wrong with goats unless they start talking back to you, and that's a whole other problem, right?
That's very true, yes.
So with that many students, there hasn't been, like a facility that people come to, or do homeschoolers kind of sometimes meet in groups, or how does that work?
Yes. So currently we have our homeschool groups that just meet together. Usually it's just, little small groups in different churches. I run a homeschool meetup group where we do field trips every week. We have hundreds of students that show up every week to these field trips, but we don't have anything that's more than 1 or 2 days a week. So with Legacy, this will be a 5-day-a-week program that a parent can choose to send their child to 1 day, 2 days, or even 5 days.
Oh, wow. Very good.
Yeah.
Brandy, how did you kind of get involved here with Legacy Homeschool Resource?
I was actually thinking about that this morning because I was like, how did I get thrown into all of this? So I actually met with Abby. I had been thinking about homeschooling my daughter pretty much since she started school. And so I met with Abby last year because I was like, I really want to do this and I don't know what to do or where to go. And she was super helpful with resources and information. So I joined her homeschool group. I joined a tutorial, and then she said they were starting the resource center, and she was like, I just thought of you to be the sponsorship committee head person. And I was like, okay, sure, because I need something else in my life to do. So it kind of just happened, built off our relationship that started last year before we were even homeschooling.
Yeah. So homeschooling is still pretty new then to you.
Yes, it is definitely new. First semester was last semester, and that was a struggle, but we're figuring it out now, kind of what direction we want to go. And my daughter loves that she does school for maybe 2 hours a day. She gets to travel whenever she wants. So she's here for it.
So I meant to ask you, Abby, have you been doing this for a while?
So I have. We originally started homeschooling my 14-year-old when he was in kindergarten. So part of that was I was young. I had 3 children under 5, and I was trying to homeschool my kindergartner, and it was lonely. I mean, it was one of those things that I felt like I was isolated in my home with my children. And so I thought, I can't do this. I'm sending them back into traditional school. Well, after a couple of years, it just wasn't a good fit. So we pulled them out. This is our 5th year homeschooling. I now have a high schooler, a middle schooler, and a 3rd grader.
Wow. You have been at this for a little bit then, haven't you?
Yes, and we love it. We love it.
So, Brandy, tell me a little bit about you're trying to get an actual brick and mortar resource center here. So how is that going? And you mentioned something about sponsorship. So maybe kind of talk to us about that.
Yeah, so Abby and the other two founders are working with investors looking at buildings and stuff like that. So my portion is that I am trying to we really want, like she said, it's not just for the homeschool community. We want the Middle Tennessee community involved. We want the businesses involved because obviously our kids are going to be the business owners when they're old enough. So we want them to be involved. We want them to understand that we don't just sit at home doing nothing. And so we want to build that relationship. So I am the corporate sponsorship head. And so we are looking for sponsors for classrooms, for STEM labs, for the students. You know, if somebody wanted to sponsor a student and that couldn't afford the class or anything like that, they could sponsor just that particular student. So I'm doing that. We have a couple of upcoming events. We're having a network marketing event May 9th. That'll be from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Cedar Glade Brewery. And then we're having a pancake breakfast at Steak and Shake June 29th from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And those are going to be fundraisers that are going to be used towards those things as well.
Yeah, pancakes at Steak and Shake. I'm in.
Right.
We're talking about Legacy Homeschool Resource Center today. Brandy Mosby is here, and Abby Merriman is here with us as well. Abby, what size building are we looking at? I mean, what kind of facility are you hoping to start out in, I guess?
So our dream facility would be something large enough to house and hold about 100 students a day. Ideally anything above 10,000 square feet that has classrooms, that has a meeting space, that has space for a bookstore and a coffee lab or a coffee shop, STEM labs, computer labs, things like that. So something that would be able to separate the kids into classrooms, but also be able to bring them together for larger projects.
Now, would it could be a place that maybe you said that your child could be there 1, 3, 5 days. Maybe your child's not there at all, but it's a resource for the parent who's homeschooling, right?
That's right. Yes. And in addition to that, we will have a Mother's Day Out program for the younger kids. So as a parent, you know, if I'm sending my third grader into classes to be taught, but I still have a 2 and a 3-year-old, you know, I can go put them in the Mother's Day Out program that will be 3 days a week. And I can go, you know, have coffee with another mom friend or, you know, browse the bookstore, or maybe even I just drop and go spend some time alone.
Take a nap.
Take a nap. Maybe take a shower without a child, you know, clinging to you. So we really just want to be that community support. We want every homeschool family to know you're not alone and we're here for you. So if you need us, we're here. Our doors are open 5 days a week for you.
So you're kind of looking here in the Rutherford County area for something?
We are, yes. So ideally, the middle of Murfreesboro is perfect.
Very good. So, Brandy, you mentioned the events that are coming up. Is there a place where we can send people so they can see where these events are happening? Is there a website, Facebook page, anything like that?
There is a Facebook page, Legacy Homeschool Resource Center, and also the website is legacyhrc.org. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so everything will be posted on one of those two platforms.
Okay, very good. Anything else you'd like to share, Abby or Brandy?
Then I can think of.
Did we catch it all?
Well, I do want to say thank you for letting us come on. We are just so excited to be able to share this with the community. It's truly the Lord's work, just putting this project on our hearts, bringing us all together, and really allowing us to do this for the community and to be the hands and feet of Jesus for not just homeschoolers, but everyone.
Well, I mean, you're laying a groundwork Brandy mentioned the children taking over and doing this, when you have grandchildren and can kick back and, watch them raise their own kids, right?
Yes.
So.
That's right. Well, and we currently have a kidpreneur club through Legacy already.
Cool.
So we're already operating through clubs and workshops and programs, but we have a kids business club. They've already had a business fair. We've worked with some county commissioners on that. They have gone. We went to Dave Ramsey and spoke with him last week.
Oh, cool.
So these kids truly are going to be successful business owners right here in Middle Tennessee. So we really want to make sure that we're bringing them up, that we're educating them, that we're discipling them to be great citizens here.
So, again, more information, Legacy Homeschool Resource Center. I guess you could just probably search and you'll find the Facebook page and all that kind of stuff, too.
Yeah.
I'll put a link to it on our podcast here, too. How about that?
Thank you.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
Very good. Well, thank you both for coming in today.
Thank you
for
so
having
much.
us.
Our guest, Abby Merriman, joining us, and Brandy Mosby here today from Legacy Homeschool Resource Center. Stay with us. More Rutherford Issues coming up straight ahead.